Are you finding it difficult to write professional emails in English? Don't worry, you're not alone. In this video, I'll show you some important phrases to use in emails. Whether you need to ask for something from a coworker or you just need a polite way to end an email to a client, these phrases will help you write emails clearly and professionally. We're going to start with our first category of phrases, which is starting the email. A nice way to start an email in a formal situation is to say, "I hope this email finds you well." This is an appropriate phrase to use in a professional email at work, to stakeholders in your company or outside your company. It's nice and polite and a great way to start almost any professional email. If you want something a bit less formal, but still a nice, polite way to start a professional email, you can say, "I hope you had a good weekend," or "I hope you're having a good week." It depends at what point in the week you send this email. If you send it on a Monday, "I hope you had a good weekend." If you're sending it in the middle or the end of the week, "I hope you're having a good week." This phrase is appropriate for someone who you have a professional relationship with, but you know each other. You don't have to be very formal. Maybe you've met them a few times online or face-to-face, so you can use something a little bit less formal than "I hope this email finds you well." Next is to say the purpose of your email, and for this you can say, "I'm writing regarding," and then you say the topic of your email, what you're writing about. For example, "I'm writing regarding the proposal for the new project." You could also say, "I wanted to reach out regarding." If you reach out to someone, it's another way of saying contact. "I'm contacting you because I wanted to reach out regarding the proposal for the new project." Moving on to phrases you can use when you are making a request. You're asking the other person to do something for you. "Could you please provide?" This is if you need information or documents from the other person. For example, "Could you please provide the outline for the project by next Friday?" "I would be grateful if you could." This is a very polite way of asking someone to do something for you. For example, "I would be grateful if you could send me the documents by tomorrow night." Another way to ask for something, for example, documents, "Would you mind sending?" "Would you mind sending me the report for last quarter's figures?" Our last one, "Could you please let me know?" This is if you need some information from the other person. "Could you please let me know if your team received the documents I sent?" These phrases, "could you please," "would you mind," "I would be grateful if," these are great phrases to remember and use in your emails every time you are requesting something from the other person. Moving on to phrases for providing information. If you are sending something with your email, you can use the phrase, "please find attached." For example, "Please find attached the report." You could also say, "I am pleased to share." "I am pleased to share the report from last Friday's meeting." For your reference, I have included. For example, "For your reference, I have included our new policy document." And the last one, if you had a meeting with someone and you promised to send them something, you can say, "As discussed, I am sending you the documents." Next, we've got some phrases to use if you want to clarify details, whether it's to confirm information you received or check something that you're not sure about. "Could you please specify?" For example, "Could you please specify the exact criteria on which will be assessed?" To ensure there is no confusion, "could you confirm?" This is a good one as it shows that you are professional and you care about getting things right. To ensure there's no confusion, "could you please confirm?" and then ask them what you want to confirm. "I wanted to clarify the details regarding." This can be used if you received some information but you are not 100% sure about it. You want to just check a few things. "I wanted to clarify the details regarding," and then say what those details are. Finally, a phrase you can use if you need more information. "Could you provide more information on?" So we've used our polite phrase, could you? You could even say, could you please provide information on, to make it even more polite. If you're enjoying this video and finding these phrases useful, please take a second to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I have lots more videos just like this that I really hope you'll enjoy. Now, on with our video and our next category. The following phrases can be used when you want to offer assistance, give help to somebody. Please let me know if you need any further information. This is a great way to end your email, as it invites the other person to contact you if they need more information from you. I am available to help with any questions you may have. This is nice because it leaves it open for the other person to contact you with questions. If you require any additional support, please don't hesitate to contact me. Again, this is a great one that you can use at the end of a professional email, as it invites the other person to reach out if they need more information or more support. Another phrase like this, but slightly less formal, feel free to reach out if you need any more details. So using feel free, it is a bit less formal than the other phrases I've given you. So it could be used if you already have a relationship with the other person. Could be a work colleague or a partner who you know quite well. Feel free to reach out if you need any more details. Next, we've got phrases to use for apologizing. Sometimes it might be necessary to apologize in your email. Here are some things you can say. Please accept my apologies for, and then you say what you did that was wrong. For example, please accept my apologies for the system failure you experienced last week. Another good phrase you can use, and this is particularly useful if you work with customers and clients, I'm sorry for any inconvenience this may have caused. This is a great phrase to use if you've got an upset customer, client who's not very happy with you. You can use this phrase to apologize. If you are late in replying to someone, you can say, I apologize for the delay in responding. This can be used if someone sent you an email and you were a bit slow to reply. You can start with this. I apologize for the delay in responding. The next phrase can be used if there's been some confusion or a misunderstanding. I'm sorry for any confusion regarding, and then say what the issue was. So make sure you save those apologizing phrases because they are very, very useful and can be used in all different situations where you need to say sorry. If you are looking for more phrases for how to say sorry in English, I've got another video on that which I will link down below that you can watch after this video. Now let's move on to another category of phrases. Sometimes you might need to confirm that you received something, and here are some things you can say. I confirm receipt of your email. This is very useful if the other person said that they need you to confirm that you received it. You can simply say, I confirm receipt of your email. Or you can say, thank you for sending the information, I have received it. So both those phrases used to confirm that you received information. I acknowledge receipt of the documents. So if someone sent you some documents and asked you to confirm, you can say, I acknowledge. I acknowledge receipt of the documents. Finally, you could say, I'm writing to confirm that I have received, and then say what it is you received. I'm writing to confirm that I have received the documents. Another thing you might need to do in an email is follow up with somebody. Let's look at some ways you can do this. I am following up on my previous email regarding. So this can be used if you haven't received a reply from someone and maybe you want to give them a push to reply to you. This is a polite way to do it. I'm following up on my previous email regarding, and then the expectation is that the other person would reply to you. Just a reminder about. This one is a little bit less formal, but can still be used in a professional setting, for example, with a co-worker. Just a reminder about our meeting tomorrow, or just a reminder about the report which is due next Friday. I wanted to check if you had a chance to review. This is good if you sent something to somebody and they haven't replied yet, you needed them to give you some feedback or information. This is a polite way to give them a little push, a little reminder. I wanted to check if you had a chance to review the document I sent you last week. Another one which is useful if you've sent something to a customer, a client, a partner, and you're waiting for them to respond, you can give them a little reminder by saying, "I'm just checking in to see if you need any more information." This would hopefully give them a push, a reminder to look at the information and get back to you. Our next category of phrases is for scheduling appointments and meetings and talking about your availability. If you want to set up a meeting with someone, you can say, "Would you be available for a meeting on," and then say the day or the time. For example, "Would you be available for a meeting on the 25th of September at 3 o'clock? If you're not giving a time, you simply want to set up a meeting, you can say, "Could we arrange a time to discuss?" and then say what you want to discuss. For example, "Could we arrange a time to discuss the new changes that are being implemented?" If you want to leave it open to the other person to suggest a time, you can say, "Please let me know your availability for next week." They can tell you when they're available, and then you can schedule a call. Finally, you can say, "I'd like to schedule a call too." For example, "I'd like to schedule a call to discuss our financial plan." All right, finally, we're looking at phrases for ending the email, some appropriate ways to finish. "I look forward to your response." That's a nice one. It's nice and polite. "Thank you for your attention on this matter." This is very formal, but again, thanking them for their time, for their attention. And then the final thing you can say, "Kind regards." Kind regards is formal but friendly. So this is a great one to use in almost all professional situations. This is the one that I use the most. Or as an alternative, you can say "best regards," or a bit less formal, "best wishes." Best wishes is nice, it's friendly, but more appropriate with someone who you've already established a relationship with. So now you've learned some useful phrases for writing professional emails. Next, I recommend learning different ways to say sorry in both formal and informal situations. And you can check out that video right here.